Dassault Systems, with its 3D Experience platform, has been remarkably successful in bringing the powerful of collaborative and connected working experiences through the 3D Experience Works portfolio. This portfolio combines the ease of use of SOLIDWORKS with best-of-breed applications connected to the 3D Experience platform. Seamlessly integrated, these tools help you innovate and accelerate every aspect of your product development process. Users can leverage robust collaboration, built-in data and product lifecycle management, intuitive conceptual design, industrial and sub-D modeling, photo rendering and linear static simulation capabilities. It truly revolutionizes how we approach product development. Our next speaker has not only witnessed but has been an integral part of the successful positioning of the 3D Experience Works platform at various customer locations. He has facilitated the transition of the numerous organizations towards the 3D Experience platform with a strong focus on implementing governance solution. Please join our hands together, ladies and gentlemen, and please welcome Mr. Divakar GM, Industry Consultant Manager at Dassault System, who will be taking over the next session and who's going to take you through the in-depth overview of 3D Experience Works. Over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible? Perfect, yeah. So, first of all, thank you, each one of you. I know it's a weekday and busy day. You guys have taken time and attending this event. Thank you for that. And today I'm going to talk about, regarding the 3D Experience SolidWorks or 3D Experience platform, how it's going to be a game changer when it comes to your design organization, right? So, before that, a quick introduction about myself. My name is Divakar JM. I'm the Industry Consultant Manager from SolidWorks Dassault System. I come with 24 years of experience working with various R&Ds, various ESPs, and then from past 5 years, I have been associated with SolidWorks Dassault System, basically helping our customer to showcase the right tool for the right job. That's what I'm trying to do nowadays, right? So that's about me. So today, as I said, I'm going to talk about how you can unleash the potential of SolidWorks, which is powered by 3D Experience platform. So without any further ado, let me start the journey with some experiences, okay? What do you feel when you look at this picture? What does experience means to you? Imagine you have climbed a mountain, you're on the peak of the mountain. That's going to be a great experience, right? You will be feeling, wow, I have done this, right? An experience can be as simple as having a nice meal in a good restaurant. It can be a fine dining, or it can be, those who are from Pina region, they know the Batrotlu. Allobut super uta marko bandbittu. Yeah, this was great. I had a beautiful experience with Batrotlu. I think Pina guys, if anybody is there here, Pina? Yeah, I'm sure that you guys have already tasted, Batrotlu meal and all, right? Yeah, perfect. So it can be an experience like that as well. Then it can be an exotic experience, something like, you have gone, you have done the scuba diving, uncharted territory, you have been experiencing. You will be keeping these experiences, right? And it can be as simple as a good vacation with your loved ones, family, friends jothe Goa gogirodirbodu athwa family jothe some other place, right? So these are all the experiences. So what do we do with these experiences? Why these are critical for us? So when we look at the experiences, so far what we do generally, we try to capture these experiences as and when we feel, to relive those moments, we try to relive those moments. And one of the best way to do those things is, we try to capture through photographs, right? So we do take photographs and then create an album and so on. Let's say, for example, I'm talking about 80 Bond, just like me, the old guys. If you know, earlier, there used to be a Kodak camera with which you can take 36 photos only. And you need to be very careful in taking the photographs. Anybody has seen or used camera? Rolls, negatives? Yeah? Good. Quite some people like me are there, so great. So in those cases, what happens? We take limited photos. Every time, pose, everything needs to be perfect. Then only click the photo. Then what happened later? Digital camera came into picture. There was no limit, right? Since it's digital, take the photo as and when you go, and you can always delete if you don't want and so on. So the advantage was you can take more and more photos. That means you are cherishing, you can relive more and more memories, experiences. Correct? With that, it causes some problems also. What happened was the photos were unlimited. It's very difficult to manage. So you need to keep it somewhere. One workaround what we figured out was just download, since it's digital, download into a hard drive or a computer, and maybe create a folder structure and place it over there and so on. So this is what the workaround what we figured out to how to manage these things and so on. But it came with a couple of challenges also. Since we have large number of pictures, will I be able to recollect, for example, let's say scuba diving, I wanted to check, I did a scuba diving, I wanted to show something, I wanted to relive those moments. Is it possible to search those photographs? When you try to search, the search results were 0 because it doesn't have the intelligence what photograph is about, right? Hope you have experienced all these things. Then coming to sharing these pictures, that is also a problem, right? Once you attach 3-4 photographs, it used to say, no, you are too large. The files are too large, I won't be able to share it. Correct? So that was also one more challenges what we came across. Then came to the era of digital or say smartphones. What happened with that? Earlier, you used to carry the camera, you had to take the photographs, all those things were there. Now it's a photo, it's a camera. Take it wherever you want. I saw a couple of people taking selfies today. So earlier, it used to take a lot of time. Now, within no seconds, within no time, you can take the selfies and so on. So it was very seamless to take the photographs. Again, the number of photographs, the memories which you can carry is like humongous. Huge number of data. Folder structure was not enough probably. Then what happened was, we have taken all these memories, but how do we manage it? Then we thought that there is a simple solution. All of us took a decision stating that, why don't we push these data? I have the cloud memory, let me push the data over the cloud. And it was easy to manage your data, easy to manage your experiences or the memories, right? So by taking a simple decision of moving the data to the cloud, now what you can do? You can search for the data, right? Hope you have experienced this. You can search by the data stating that, show me some results where I have done scuba diving. And it used to show the images. Yes, you have done these things and so on. Not only that, it also gave you an opportunity, the advanced opportunity where you can think of not only the name of it, but also, let's say, the location. I was there in this particular time frame. I wanted to relook in those areas, in this particular location, what happened. You search by that, again, the results used to pop up. The difficulties were totally eliminated by simple decision of moving the data to the cloud. You are able to search the data, you are able to relive the data whenever, wherever you want, and so on. So this also, then we have another advantage of sharing the data as well. Now sharing data is also made easy. You can easily tag the folder to your friends and families, and you can tell them, this is where I enjoyed, this is my one of the beautiful experience. You are able to share the experiences with your loved ones as well. Now, giving this background, where I'm coming to is, what if, can we handle the projects? I think many of you have been working on the projects, you have been managing the data, whether it's CAD data, non-CAD data, a lot of information you have been producing. Can we do something like this, where the data can be managed seamlessly and so on? So, with the help of 3DEXPERIENCE Works, which we are going to talk in my session, you are going to see that just replace the photographs with your data, with your design data. It may be CAD file, it may be a drawing or part, or it may be any document also. Just replace with the photographs and see you are exposed to unlimited power of 3DEXPERIENCE platform power as such. Then moving forward, here is some more things. As a design organization, as an organization, is it only CAD we are focused on? Of course, CAD is a major area where we are trying to manage the CAD and everything. But do you think that document management is also important? Designers, do you work on PPTs? Do you work on Word file, Excel file? Yes? No? Yes? That is also part of it, right? Then robust design, of course, SOLIDWORKS is going to help you. Rendering and proposal submission. If you are into the proposal submission, you have to prepare those documents, you have to share it with your vendors and suppliers and so on. Then project and resource allocation, resource planning. You need to plan your resources, right? I have planned my project like this, and these resources are available, and here is my task allocation. So that is also important. Detailed design, then design review, whether it's ECN, ECR process, or reviewing the design, review the drawings, all these things are part and parcel of the data. Then design validation, of course, nowadays you know that first right product first to the market is very, very crucial. For that, design validation also plays a very, very important role. Second of my colleagues are going to talk about why and how the simulation can help you take your product right and first time right to the market and faster to the market. We are going to talk about this in a different session as well. Then finally, manufacturable deliverables and all, how do we manage it? So that is something what we are looking for. So will it be a great thing if we have a platform, just like smartphone, will it be a great thing if you have a platform to manage all these things in a single platform, right? So that's what we are going to showcase today, which we are going to talk about 3D Experience platform, where SolidWorks is also there and all these activities you are able to manage in a single platform. So that's the beauty of platform, where you can design, where you can do the governance or the data management thing, as well as the simulation. Everything is there in a single platform, where connected products in a unified platform, which results into collaborative work environment. So that's the beauty of 3D Experience platform, which you are going to witness in next probably 30-35 minutes or so. So let's have a quick look at what is this 3D Experience means.
Information, and as a product developer, you need more than the best design software. Connecting everyone in your business with real-time information, whenever and wherever needed, is key to your success. Instead of using an assortment of disconnected tools, imagine one unified, secure platform connecting stakeholders and their real-time data with product development solutions. A place where ideas can be vetted, plans can be plotted, potential solutions can be tested, and product designs can be optimized, all without leaving the collaborative space. A space where data management is built in and software updates are automatic, so you can focus on what's most important to your business. SolidWorks now offers not only the best product development tools in the business with new sub-D modeling capabilities, but now provides a fully collaborative 3D experience platform that connects your people to the right development tools, to real-time information when they need to make informed decisions. The future of your business is collaborative, and so is the new 3D Experience collaborative platform, empowering your business success. Unleash the true power of your teams today.
So what you saw in this video of 2 minutes is what is 3D Experience in nutshell we try to showcase. Where you saw that data management, where you saw that CAD modeling you can do, and you can do much more things. Collaboration, real-time collaboration. We talked about all those things. So whenever I visit my customers, there are few things they pose the questions. Let's say designing together. We are already designing, but we would like to design together. I think Sidlinga sir and Pawan sir, they talked about data management, how it's been helpful for them, how the time, and effort were saved. So designing together is one of the questions my customers ask for. Then secure the data. We are talking about put the data on cloud. Is it safe? Is it secure? That's another question they pose me. Then sharing made easy, or say, can we share this data to our suppliers, vendors? What are the possibilities? How easily we can share it? How secure it is when we share it? So this is another question. Then the scalability. When it comes to scalability, it's in multiple folds. For example, it can be like head counts. Today, I have 3 engineers. I'm working on a huge project. In future, probably down the line 6 months or 1 year, it may jump to 3 to 10 people, 15 people, 100 people. Is your software ready for the scalability? Are you ready for making this scalability easy for me? That's another question they pose with. Then coming to flexible licensing. What are the licensing schema, licensing methodologies are there? We'll talk about it. Then 3D Experience platform, how it's going to help you in reducing the IT burden. I'm going to touch base all these primary or preliminary, important questions for you. So let's come to the first section where we'll talk about design together. When we say design together, one is we need to have a robust design and with the help of platform. I have been talking about the platform, how platform is going to help me in designing within SolidWorks. That could be one thing. Another is collaborating on a design project. Individually, I don't do projects. I work in a team. I need to collaborate with my team members also. How SolidWorks, how the latest SolidWorks, which is 3D Experience SolidWorks, help me in collaborating the project together. So for that, I have prepared a workflow over here just to give the feel of how easily or how efficiently you can work towards it. For example, imagine a guy from, let's say, a sourcing team, or say a field guy. He wants to pose a question to his design team stating that, there is some problem happened and I'm looking for building a assembly, some, let's say, knuckle assembly, I'm supposed to build it. So can you help me? That kind of query, the field guy or the field agent is going to share it with a design head, and design head will look into that and he will transfer that information to his design engineer. So this is the scenario I have taken. Let's see how new SolidWorks you can work with, how it will help you to work with. So as I said, when we say platform, it's a named user. You will have your own name and the password. As soon as you enter it on a web browser, you have logged into the platform. Now you see that there are multiple widgets. Imagine the smartphone. Similarly, here also you will be catered with multiple widgets. One of the widgets is task management, where the field guy has attached an image. Let's see what kind of image. In a task he has created to design it, stating that I'm supposed to look for a detailed assembly. Can you help me with that? For that, instead of email, he is using all the CAD information also. Over a web browser, he has told that this is the machine. Under this machine, there is a boom assembly. In the boom assembly, there is a location where the knuckle assembly, sub-assembly needs to be assembled. And this is where I need your support, and here are the dimensions. This is going to be much more clear, right? Instead of dropping an email, go to that assembly, look into that, measure on your own and work with that. It's very urgent. All these information, instead of putting those things in a text, he is attaching an image, that to an interactive image, where you can see over a web browser as well. So this is how he has transferred the information to his design manager, for example. Now let's see how design manager can work with that. For that, imagine a design manager. He will open up, he will start his journey with the SolidWorks. As you can see, the SolidWorks interface, if you have already worked with that, the interface is still same. You will open the assembly stating that, yes, this is the assembly. And the field guy has told me that this is the area I'm supposed to build a knuckle assembly and so on. So for that, he needs to build a knuckle component first. So SolidWorks, I'm not going to take you through how to build. Our team has already told many things about it. He has built the assembly as well. Now the changes starts. As you can see on the right-hand top corner, here itself the data management is happening. It will show that this is the first component you have just created. It is not even saved on the cloud. Why don't you save it? As soon as you save it, what you are observing is the revision A1 is coming into picture, as well as the maturity suggests that this part is in work in nature. So the data management is happening inside SolidWorks itself. You are not looking outside SolidWorks. Within the SolidWorks itself, you have seen that data management is coming into picture. Now, manager thinks that, okay, part I have created, there are assemblies needs to be done. Let me push this to my subordinate, one of my engineer. So he immediately goes to the task management. That too, it's the same widget which was opened in a web browser. He could able to open that within the SolidWorks, and he's going to attach the component. He's going to assign the component as well. So as you saw, manager has literally attached the component as well, stating that this is the assembly you're supposed to work, and this is the component with which you build a knuckle assembly. So he is literally spoon-feeding his team, stating that this is the area. Imagine the time and effort the engineer is going to save. Probably today, when we are supposed to give an assignment, what we say is go to this folder, in this folder, pick this assembly, start working towards it. Here is the revision. All those informations are crucial to manage the right design. Here, manager is literally spoon-feeding, stating that here is the assembly, work with that. Here is the component which I have already created, start building assembly from that. Imagine the time and effort again. Now, moving to the engineer, let's say how engineer will receive it. We wanted to know how we can work or design together, right? Let's see how engineer will get this information. For that, engineer will, again, he will log into 3DEXPERIENCE SolidWorks. He'll open the SolidWorks, the same widget, click of a button, platform power is there with him. He'll go through. These are all the tasks which are assigned to me. Here is the task which is having critical in nature. So I need to address this first. He will go through that. My manager has assigned the task. Here is the assembly. Here is the component. All he needs to do is drag and drop inside SolidWorks. As soon as he does it, the assembly opened it. right? He doesn't have to search. It's already there. Simply drag and drop within assembly, and he sees that this assembly I'm supposed to work. He'll go through the description, this is what I'm supposed to do, and so on. He'll understand, let me start building an assembly. Now, the regular way of working in SolidWorks, you know that in SolidWorks, you can directly start the assembly from the part itself. He'll open the part, he'll state that, okay, this is the task I'm supposed to do, so let me make it as in work. His manager will get a notification stating that his engineer has already started the component or already started building the assembly as well. Now, assembly, you have created few changes how the latest SolidWorks will help you. Now, instead of looking for the, there is one bronze bearing I'm supposed to add it over there, the bushing I'm supposed to add it over there. I remember as a designer, I have used it in my previous project. In this link kit, I have used that particular bushing which suits here. So I don't have to open it. I'll simply open in a preview window. I'll see that these are all the children components, drag and drop that particular bushing into assembly, and the first component you have already assembled it. So SolidWorks, another benefit, you know that there are smart components. Click of a button and you can create those features for fitting these bushing. The cutout and the chamfer is required. That's been already designed. Since it's a smart component, it's been already transferred to the component as well. Now the best thing is SolidWorks, again, parametric modeling, parametric drawing. You open the drawing, cross section we need to create so that we can show that the cutting and the cutout and the chamfer is already created. Simply bring the, you can use all the shortcut commands, S key, Q key, many shortcut commands are there. Bring those shortcut commands, create a sectional view, and also you can bring the dimensions which you have used in creating these cutouts also. Bring the dimensions from the model, place it over there. Auto arrange option is also there. Make use of it, auto arrange it, and you are pretty much done with the drawing as well. So this is going to be much more easier when you start working towards SolidWorks with the latest advantages as well. Now, let's move one more level up, and we'll see that how do we build the complete assembly. Now, only the bushing I have added. Let me add a few more things over there. What are the different methodologies you can utilize? That I'll try to concentrate and show that. Again, design library, you know that SolidWorks comes with toolbox. If not, you can also create your own design library. One of the library component which I'm supposed to attach, I'll bring that component, which is the expander pin. I've already placed it. Latest enhancement, I think 2 years back, we launched this latest enhancement of assembling width assembly. Pick any 4 surfaces. Auto arranging, auto assembly is a possibility. You know that SolidWorks helps you. If you pick 2 surfaces or any relevant surfaces, SolidWorks will help you to pick which is the right tool, which is the right assembly mate, you can use it. Not only that, configuration, if you are working with configuration, you see that that length was more and here I need a smaller length. Right click and say that I need a configuration, you are able to assemble that configuration also. Now, another component, the wear plate I would like to attach here. For that, I don't know, there are, when I search for wear plate, smart search is also there. I'll search for wear plate. In this case, I got like 3 different results. But the one which I'm supposed to use it, which is the bought out component, right? So for that, you have the advanced filter. You pick that only bought out component, you show me that. It will filter it out. Then you can drag and drop again and start assembling in SolidWorks, the regular way of SolidWorks assembly and so on. So what you are witnessing is SolidWorks, it seamlessly works just like before in assembling, part creation and all. But now you have on top of it, you have data management, built-in data management capability is also there, right? So for the built-in capability, let me show one more. This is the new assembly I have created. During the first save, it will ask me where you wanted to save me and so on. Give the relevant details. There is a particular folder. You can give the name. Automatic naming is also there. Let's say in this case, I'll give a name stating that it's a new knuckle kit assembly, and I would like to save it in this particular bookmark folder as well. So I'll show that here is where I would like to save it. As soon as I pick and save it, the data, the total assembly is going to save over there. Now, what else you can expect when we save first time into the platform? As you can see, as soon as we save it, observe the top line where you can see that currently everything is empty. As soon as the data saving happens, the revision is coming into play, the maturity is coming into play, and also the status of tick mark, cross mark, many more things are there. I'll explain in a bit. So the lock is also there. So it suggests that you have successfully saved the data into the platform, and here is the revision. It may be 1, 2, 3, it may be A1, A2, depending on your company requirement. You can fine tune those things. Then the maturity is also there. Currently you are working, so it says that you are assembly is in work condition and so on. So you can release the conditions as well and so on. Now, moving to the next, let's see what else we can do. So now we have built this assembly. Now let's see how do we assemble it. Assembly is quite straightforward. You search for the component and drag and drop it. Before that, this particular assembly was in release condition. So what does industry best practice say is you have to bump up the revision. That can also be done within SolidWorks interface itself. I'll right click and I'll say that create a new revision from A1. I'm going to create a B1 revision, and also relevant remarks I can give it so that it is trackable as well. So now the revision has been created. Now it's the regular way of assembling things. Bring the knuckle kit and start assembling it. As I said before, pick two surfaces. SolidWorks help you to give you the information, what kind of mates are there, what kind of assembly things you can do. All those things will happen just like regular way. But when you do these things and when you check the linking mechanism, as you can see, this is the boom mechanism, right? So there is some movement. When the movement happens, I would like to see whether any collisions is there. Is it a possibility to check interference, collision? That is also there in our SolidWorks also. Easily you can drag and drop and see that whether any component is colliding and so on. And if it's colliding, if I modify something, will it hamper any other assemblies also? That is also crucial, right? If you modify any component, will it hamper another assembly? You need to check that. So for that, in this case, let's say when I check this, it will show that this particular cylinder bracket is going to, there is some interferences happening when it comes to the cylinder bracket. So here is where it shows that these two components are colliding and you need to work on that and so on. Now, I have to take an informed decision. If I modify this cylinder bracket, will it hamper other assemblies? Because this can be used anywhere else also, right? So what do? We start searching, where did I use this cylinder bracket? Instead of that, new SolidWorks helps you in checking where used kind of command. You can check that. Simply drag and drop inside this relationship application where you can see that what are the parent components, what are the children components when it comes to this cylinder block. Everything is visual. It says that it has been used in 3 multiple assemblies. And if you do any changes in this block, it will change in that assembly as well. Now you can take an informed call stating that, yes, this is fine to go. I'm okay with this. So let's do the change. Then coming back and say that it's in release condition. What did we do earlier? It's a release, so you won't be able to modify. What's the next best thing? We revised it. So again, we revise it so that we will be able to do the modification, and the latest revision will sit over here, and rest is, you can follow in the same same phase as well. Now, coming to the next section, securing the data. We have been talking about, we will be pushing the data to the platform, which is only you and your teammates who has the access to platform can access it, right? For that, how securities, all the IP related securities, is there any threats? For that, we have all the relevant certifications done. You can think of ISO 27002 certification, and all the cloud related certifications are there with 3DEXPERIENCE platform. Not only that, compared to the desktop saving, when it comes to the platform, you have much more secured area you will be working for. For example, on desktop, you will be concentrating only, you can have the control only on the internet as well as the physical layer. But here, since the data is there in your tenant, in your platform, you have 5 layers of security, starting from internet, cloud security, application to the, as I mentioned, there were multiple widgets will be there. You can decide who can access what kind of application. That can also be controlled. Virtual system, physical, all these 5-layer mechanism is also there in the platform. And these are all inbuilt in nature. Now, moving to the next section, sharing made easy. When we say sharing, we saw that designers, how they can change it, right? Earlier, I showed that design engineer, design manager, how they shared it. Now, let's see, it's not only between the team. It can be with the management as well. So how do we share the data over the management? Then coming to other collaborators, is it a possibility to share the data with my suppliers and vendor? So that's what I'm going to showcase in this section, where we'll see that how you will be able to share the data with your manager and so on. Yeah, we were thinking about, managing how manager can get the access to the data and so on, right? So will it be great if your manager can access the data no matter where? For example, imagine, let's say what I did was, okay, let me coordinate, or let me give you the same example. My kid called me, I took a photo, I was able to share it within, let's say, 2 minutes, correct? Imagine 10 years back when you didn't have smartphone, when you don't have internet connection, what were the steps I am supposed to do? First of all, I had to ask my fellow friends of cameramen to take a photograph. The next thing is, I used to go to an internet browsing center. Anybody knows there used to be an internet browsing center? Yeah? Good. I think 80 kids, they know about it, right? Anyways, fine. So next thing, I used to go to this browsing center, download it, do some beautification if I want, and then share it with my family, friends, so that they know that I'm literally working or I'm doing something really good or something like that, right? But what just happened? For all these things, easily 2 hours, I have to finish, take the photograph, download, share it and all. It used to take 2 hours, is it correct? 2 minutes to 2 hours. With the technology, we have taken the 2 hours, within 2 minutes we were able to complete it. So I saw some of my colleagues also took some photographs. If you have that, you can place it over there. Yeah, great. I think Sebin is taking a nice photograph, all okay from the back and great. Yeah, so my colleagues also took some photographs. So I just thought of coordinating this situation to the drawings. Now, whatever I took a selfie or that photo, imagine that's a drawing I have created. And all my colleagues also have done some drawings. The photographs, think that as a drawing. What we were able to see was on the real-time collaboration is happening. So soon I have uploaded this to my platform. My colleagues also uploaded this to platform, and everything can be accessed over here, right? The same thing can be done for the drawings as well. So what I'm trying to say is, imagine your boss has called you now, and he told that, boss, one of the drawing you have done halfway, please review and release right away. So what you need to do? You have to go back to office, log in, search, do the review, then tell the boss, yes, my job is done. Easily, the same 2 hours of time you are spending. What if the capability is there with you, sitting here in this very room, you are able to access the data on your mobile, do the review, change the revision, and tell your boss that I have done my task, why don't you look at it? Is it a possibility? Looks some science fiction, right? Actually not, it's a reality. Let me show how 3D Experience Works helps you in managing these data as well. So in this case, managing and decision maker, how they can access, first thing, design engineer, they will lock the components so that only they can work on top of it. Rest of the guys, there will be a message stating that designer A has already started. Once he has done the modification, he will do the saving, and that lock key also suggests that only that designer can work. The green lock suggests that only he can work on top of it, and he can also look into the maturity and change this. In work was there, now let's move it to the frozen condition, which is generally we call it as QC, right? I move it to the QC, my manager also knows that it's in quality control, I can use it and so on. Then once it's there, the manager over a web browser, he will opens up the complete assembly, thinking that yes, here is the component I'm supposed to look at, whether it's completed or not. There are color codes, all the information, relevant informations are there. Again, over a web browser, he will be able to control that, and then he will be passing on this to, stating that this is fine to go, so let me release it. The same thing can be done on your mobile also. Whatever manager has done, you can do that on your mobile also with the help of 3D Experience platform. Now, other collaborators, what are the other areas or how we can collaborate when it comes to internal or external? That is also let us see. For the internal communication, it's not only the R&D or the design team works, right? That information needs to be passed on to the subsequent, down the lane applications also. It may be, let's say, the marketing team, it may be the sourcing team. Even they would like to have the glimpse of what is happening. That is also a possibility. Let me show how it can be done. The data is already there in the cloud. All I need to do is drag and drop inside one of the folder for marketing. And now that folder access, I can give it to the relevant people stating that these are all the marketing guys who can manage this, who can only read and make use of it. I'll give the complete information here. I can give the access to them. And once the marketing team gets hold of it, what they do is they will search for it. It's already there. They can use the other solutions as well. For example, marketing, we wanted to create photo-rendered images. So you can directly open SolidWorks Visualize, which comes with SolidWorks offer itself. SolidWorks Professional Premium comes with Visualize. You can create these kind of photo-rendered images with the help of SolidWorks. 3D CAD model is there. Bring that into life by creating these photo-rendered images as well. Pretty much easy to create such kind of images, animations, and so on. So that's one part of it. How about the external? For that, SolidWorks also helps you to share the data with the external people. Within SolidWorks, there is an option called sharing the file. You give all the relevant information, and only those suppliers or vendors who will be given the access, only they can access these kind of data as well. So once it's done, you share it. As soon as you share, let's say supplier doesn't have 3DEXPERIENCE license, but still, he will see an email stating that there is a file shared. He will simply log in, probably a minute of job, just register and log in. As soon as he logs in, he can open the 3D images over a web browser. He'll start interacting with that, create markups, and share directly to the, the design team as well, stating that this particular component is going to be expensive. Let's break it into 3 pieces so that we can save n amount of pricing and so on. So all these discussions, real-time collaboration can happen over the platform itself, and all the collaborations. Look at the right pane. You are seeing the image, you are seeing the chat. Is it a mix of, the Facebook, Twitter, everything is there on the single platform itself. So once the data is exchanged and everything, you can revoke the information as well. So seamlessly, you can discuss and collaborate with your team members, external members as well. So this is another portion. So let me go to the next section, which is scalability. When we think of scalability, it can be of different ways, right? So let's say changing headcount. I have already talked about 3 to 10 to 100 people. What will happen? For your info, 3DEXPERIENCE platform is kind of out-of-the-box solution. That means as soon as you log in, it's ready to use. You don't have to do any customization as such, or minimal customization. Maybe to give an example, my company uses revision as 1, 2, 3, 4. I would like to use the same way. You can customize that. Or you say, I use the revision as A1, B1, C1. I can do that. Only these kind of small customization may be required. Rest all kind of inbuilt in nature. On the go. First login, you will be able to work towards it and so on. And it doesn't matter whether it's one person or 10 people or 100 people, doesn't matter. Everybody can have the same capabilities. Then coming to let's say on the scalability front, work with other departments as such. So here also, let's say on the management side, I will showcase that how manager can access the data. I'm talking the manager, not even the design manager, the manager who doesn't have SolidWorks, who doesn't know how to make use of SolidWorks. He will be able to open the platform, simply log in again, and he will have the same dashboard of task management and project management widgets are there. Here you'll see that you can easily create the task stating that these are all the things I'm supposed to, I'm creating a task over there. You can also change the percentage of completion of this task. You can add the attachment also. Previously, I showed how you can attach the component. It can be a CAD component. It can be a specification sheet also. You can add it over here as well. So as soon as you're done, you can assign this to your engineer as well. So these kind of things, project data, project management, task management can be done over a web browser without purchasing SolidWorks also. That kind of same platform capability, you can get it just by getting 3DEXPERIENCE SolidWorks license, not the SolidWorks license as well. Now, once it's done, as a summary, you see that everything is there. Whatever your engineers are creating, live dashboard is there. How many are to do, how many are in work, what is completed, every stage is there, every status, you can see that. Who is working on top of it, risk heat map you can create, so multiple things are there. The same task can also be seen as a Gantt chart as well, where visually you'll see that how many tasks has been completed. The color code is also there. Just click on top of any of the Gantt chart, and you will get the same task open. You can change the percentage completion. You see that visually it changes here as well. So these kind of quick analysis is a possibility when it comes to 3DEXPERIENCE platform, and what is attached, what are the attachments we are working on top of it. All these benefits are there. Let me show very quickly how the data transfer or how I can work on the data management without SolidWorks. So as a manager without SolidWorks, again, couple of widgets I'm using here. Once, as soon as your engineer saves the data, you are seeing the data just like any other person as a designer. You can also see as a manager, you go to that particular folder and you see that all the SolidWorks data, DWG files, or simulation files, everything is there in a single location. Not only that, as I showed earlier, first revision, you will first save, it will get the revisions also, whether it's 0, 1, A, B, C, maturity state, whether it's in work, released, frozen condition, all these information are there visually ready for you. And everything is happening over a web browser. This third row also, latest revision. Are you looking at the latest revision? Cross-merge suggests that you are looking at the previous revision. Your engineer has saved the latest revision into the platform. Every indication is there. Many more things are there just like that, right? Now, let's come to this position where we see that this is the assembly I'm supposed to look into. So, but it says that I'm looking in the wrong revision. What do I do? Just click on top of it, and you will be exposed to all the revisions which is available. You can make use of any revision, right? So all the revisions are there. In this case, I want the latest revision. Pick that and say, bring that into my notice. So very soon you will see that it's there for your disposal. And now it's already there. And as I mentioned earlier, whether you are looking at CAD data or non-CAD data, it may be Word, images, presentations, you will be dealing with all these non-CAD data also. Seamlessly, you can work on top of same thing as well. ISO documentation, if you are working, it's all about records, right? Data management, file numbers, everything is, you can manage it. For releasing, that again, it's easy. The same widget which you saw inside SolidWorks, you have the similar widget over there. Simply drag and drop inside the same widget of, changing the maturity. It will give the indication it's in the revision A, in work. I wanted to change it to the frozen condition. Click of a button, you will be able to change it to the frozen condition as well. So seamlessly over a web browser, without having SolidWorks, you can visualize the data, you can change the maturity, you can change the revision, you can participate in design activities in your organization as well. Coming to the next section of scalability. So what are the latest trends? Are we there? So I'll take another 10 minutes. Hope it's okay. Yep. So on the scalability front, let's see what are the advanced features you can expect. We are talking about cloud. Many of you have been hearing that on cloud we can do so many things. Can we do designing over a cloud, over a web browser? When I say cloud, what are the things are the possibility? SolidWorks, when you purchase SolidWorks, 3DEXPERIENCE SolidWorks, you get these two capabilities also, where over a web browser, you can do parametric modeling, as well as you can work on sub-D modeling as well. Let me show how you can work on top of it. For example, this is the web browser. Using a tab, I have started working towards it. When I say tab, you can think of a web browser and internet connectivity. No installation is required, nothing is required. Just launch this widget and start working towards your 3D modeling. And as you can see, there are dimensions, there are constraints, which will help you to create parametric modeling. That means any point of time, you can go and change it, right? Another great enhancement is the same model which you have generated over this particular tool can be imported, can be taken inside SolidWorks seamlessly. That interoperability is also there. That means you do the concept here, push the data to SolidWorks and start building the complete data over there. So that is also a possibility. Vice versa is also there. You have created an assembly, you wanted to take some reference to build this assembly, you can take the SolidWorks assembly into a web browser. Again, over a tab, you are bringing 3D CAD model of SolidWorks inside a browser and start working towards it. Coming to the sub-D modeling, this is more like the clay modeling kind of in nature. We have the robot with which you can control the shape, what are the things you are supposed to do. You can seamlessly drag and place the features and start creating the features as well. So these kind of advanced technology is already there with you. You don't have to wait for anybody. When you procure 3DEXPERIENCE SolidWorks, these strengths or these opportunities are there where you can start working towards these kind of advanced tools as well, right? So drafting, shell, many more features are there which will help you to create the right model which you can take it to the market at the earliest as well. So coming to the simulation, I talked about 3DEXPERIENCE platform. We have the design and the governance portion which I have already covered. Let me talk a bit on simulation as well. So simulation, when it comes to simulation, you may think of any kind of simulation. It may be structural, it may be fluid dynamics, it may be fatigue, even to the extent of electromagnetic analysis. We have all the capability in the same platform. Again, in the same platform. So you're not going out of the platform. Within the same platform, you have these capabilities as well, where you can see that whether it's a stress strain analysis or drop test, you can perform these kind of analysis over the 3DEXPERIENCE platform as well. Coming to the fluid dynamics, if you're into fluid dynamics, I'm not going to explain all these things. We have a dedicated session for that. My team will be taking you through in detail. But just on the glimpse, you can see that no matter what kind of analysis you are planning, implicit, explicit, we have all the relevant capabilities. And the great news for you is these are powered by Abacus, which is the world-known simulation solver. So you are looking at a highest solver, believed solver, which is the abacus in nature. You can work on top of whether it's a simple analysis, stress strain analysis, or to the crash test. You can expect all kind of analysis within the same platform as well. Now, these are all a couple of things which I thought of stating, whether it's linear static or buckling or linear dynamics, non-linear statics, explicit dynamics. We have all the relevant analysis available for you. You can think of any analysis, just, I think you'll be getting a feedback form. So please mention what kind of analysis you are performing. Probably we'll help you with a detailed demonstration, whether it's simple analysis or to the extent of very tough or complex analysis as well. We have all the relevant information or all the relevant solution within us. So then coming to the flexible licensing, as you know, SolidWorks, we do serve with different varieties of licensing scheme. It's a traditional licensing scheme where CAD licenses are attached to the component. Then coming to the network license, that is also available for you. The 3DEXPERIENCE SolidWorks, which is the latest SolidWorks which I talked about, this is called named user, where the licenses are traveling with a person. Again, it travels with a person, not with a machine. Earlier, the license are stick to one of the computer. If it's installed, you have to go back to that same computer so that you can work on top of it. 3DEXPERIENCE SolidWorks works in a different way, where it travels with you. Just like Gmail, you log in, any computer you can access, right? Similarly, SolidWorks also will be treated as one of the widget. Go to any computer, log in. For example, you have started your journey in an office, started working, half the way you have done, you go to production. There, the production will tell that, this feature looks to be difficult to achieve, so can you do some modification? In production, you have a computer, just log in, the same data you can access there, start modifying over there, and save it, and finish off the job. So time and energy is saved when it comes to these kind of opportunities as well. Then coming to the last section, which is of the reducing IT burden, since the data is going to be there on your platform, on your own tenant, you will be saving good amount of cost when it comes to IT infrastructure, especially when it comes to the server IT infrastructure. So today, if you want to plan, what we think is only software license, and most of the things are hidden costs. Hardware, customization, maintenance, these things are also there, which we generally don't look into. Whereas on the cloud platform, whatever you're looking, everything is pretty much visible, and you have to plan only for any advanced customization is required. Only then you have to plan for that. Otherwise, it's already, as I said, it's out-of-the-box solution. You can make use of it. So instead of looking into these upfront cost or ongoing cost, all you need to worry about is the annual subscription. Rest all is taken care from Dassault system and SolidWorks also. Now, these are the key takeaways from past 30 minutes. Whatever I'm trying to convey you is, if you can remember these points, more than enough. With the latest SolidWorks, you will be having access to the robust design solution. Data management is inbuilt in nature. Real-time collaboration is a possibility. Then task management, project management, all the facilities, the latest cutting tools are already there. Then you will be able to take data-driven decision, that too, anytime, anywhere, on any devices. So that's the beauty of 3DEXPERIENCE SolidWorks. Very quickly on what you can expect when it comes to SolidWorks Standard, SolidWorks Professional, and SolidWorks Premium. And today, I would like to take an opportunity where I will show that, I think Kiran has specified that we have one more variant adding on top of it, right? So today, I take the privilege of, taking you to the latest SolidWorks, which is the SolidWorks Ultimate is the version which you can think of. So what it can do, as I said, it's not only CAD, you are doing more than CAD, right? So SolidWorks Ultimate will help you, whether you are into designing, simulation, collaboration, managing things, marketing, manufacture, everything is bundled in one package called SolidWorks Ultimate. Let's have a quick look at the video about SolidWorks Ultimate.
SolidWorks empowers you to design your dreams faster than anyone else. But what about the rest of your product development process? Introducing SolidWorks Ultimate, a foundational set of connected, cloud-based tools for users like you, whose job certainly goes beyond design. SolidWorks Ultimate gives you freedom to move between tasks and projects across your process, so you can be ready for whatever today brings or tomorrow requires. Create and detail your parts, assemblies, and drawings with SOLIDWORKS CAD, the market-leading industry standard that's trusted by millions of users for extensive capabilities and ease of use, and designed from anywhere on any device, with browser-based SOLIDWORKS apps that provide streaming parametric modeling, freeform surface sculpting, and specialty modeling tools. Perform the most common validation studies, including kinematic and dynamic analyses, linear static stress, modal frequency, and thermal. Reduce prototyping and optimize your designs earlier in your process. Connect ideas and information so all stakeholders are informed and active. Improve outcomes with collaboration and business productivity tools like project planning and virtual meeting boards that get everyone involved. Do you need your data to be secure, current, and available from anywhere? Store and manage your valuable engineering IP, creating a single source of design truth, from concept to bill of material to release to change. Showcase your work, delight your customers, and win more business with lifelike photo renderings, vivid technical illustrations, and interactive virtual experiences. Check for additive and subtractive manufacturability, then create and validate CNC programs with operations like 3-axis milling, wire EDM, and 2D nesting and cutting. Your job is more than design. Unify your data and tools on a single cloud-based platform and be ready for whatever today brings or tomorrow requires. Accelerate all phases of your entire product development process with SOLIDWORKS Ultimate.
So that's SOLIDWORKS Ultimate for you, where you can do the design, where you can work on top of the simulation. Then coming to collaboration, you can work on top of collaboration. Then managing your data is made easy. Then marketing content you can create seamlessly, as well as you can look at the manufacturing as well. So all these things are bundled together, which we call it as SOLIDWORKS Ultimate. It's available for you. Make use of these offerings as well. So with that, I think just to summarize these things, with this session, what I want you to take you home or take to office is, you can look at robust design, built-in data management, validate your product with simulation and many more things, manage your projects, real-time collaboration, data security, and everything you will be able to access anytime, anywhere, and on any devices. So that's all what I have it for today. Hope the session was useful. You got some glimpse of what 3DEXPERIENCE SOLIDWORKS or the latest SOLIDWORKS is going to offer for you. Thank you for your patience, and have a great afternoon and evening. Thank you.